Good evening all. Today we are going to see about how to execute PHP, and before that you all know well that PHP is one of the open source and it is a server-side scripting language, and we need this web server in order to execute PHP. So before getting into the execution part, let me see what are the softwares we need in order to work with the PHP. First is, in order to save your code, we need or in order to type your code, we need a text editor, and it can be either a notepad or it can be a notepad++. And we know well that all the web pages can be viewed only with the application called as browser. So it is a client to send the PHP code to the web server, and we need any of the browsers. One of the famous browser is a Chrome or Firefox. We are preferring a Chrome because all many options and many facilities and services are by default enabled by the Chrome, and we have a lot of extensions for the Chrome to work well with the web pages and with the application. And the third very important thing is the web server. I said that PHP is a open source technology, and it is run on a web server. So we need a web server. For example, we have this list of web servers like XAMPP, LAMP and XAMPP. So XAMPP is nothing but it supports only in the Windows operating system, and LAMP is for Linux, and XAMPP will support for all the type of operating systems like Windows, Linux, everything. So let me get into this, and we are going to use XAMPP, which is readily available in the internet, and simply we can download the service from the internet and we can make our system as a web server, which will support all the services in order to run PHP. So let me see the expansion for this XAMPP, where X stands for cross-platform. It means that this can be executed in any kind of operating systems like Windows, Linux and all. And A is an Apache, and M for MySQL, and P for PHP, and another P for Perl. So let me see how to install this XAMPP. Okay? And one important mistake or important thing what we used to commit it is we are not installing with the configuration which is supported by the system. Because my system can be, for example, it can be 64-bit or your system can be 32-bit. So based on the bit configuration, we have to install this, because the system should support all the contents of this open source. So for this first step you have to do is you have to check your system configuration. So how to check it? Simply go to your this PC or my computer in your system and right click and go for its properties. It will say about your system's configuration, everything. You can see here it says about the operating system. So for example, I have taken my system's configuration where it is a Windows 10 operating system, and you can see its bit sizes 64-bit OS. So like this we are having a 32-bit, 64-bit and all. First we should check what type of system we are having, and based on this only we have to download from the internet. If not, what will happen is the services provided through internet will not be achieved by us. So let me see the second thing. So how to do is you simply go to Google and you can surf in the internet as XAMPP for Windows 10 64-bit. This is the better way, because if you know your configuration clearly and you proceed, these steps will be very easy. So when you type like this in your browser, so what will happen is it will list out the links where we can download this XAMPP, and you can see the first thing where it is from the apachefriends.org. You can click this download XAMPP. Okay. So if your system is of configuration like XP or Windows other versions and all, or the 32-bit, you simply type as XAMPP for your Windows version with the bits. So you will be getting the same list of links. So once you click this, you will be having the screen. You can see lot of versions are here, and you can see also that which is for the versions, that is for Windows or whatever it is, it will be listed there. You can see here my thing is I need a 64-bit, so I have chosen the last version which is of size 155 MB. So choose any version which is suitable for your system, and by simply click download. So automatically the download will be started. Now after a successful download, what we have to do is we have to run the exe file in order to put in your hard disk. The complete server should retain, or it should enter into your system by executing the downloaded file. So for that, simply go to the downloaded place, and you can see the setup is here, and it will start its execution, and it will be like a wizard. Simply we have to go for next until the finish button comes. So like this you can go for here, and you can see we have to make all the services to be checked, because we may work in many many kind of web services, so all should support. So please make or check it whether all the checkboxes have been checked. Then you have to choose the location, and normally we used to install in a C colon, so the same I prefer. And you have to, the next step is you have to go for the language. In which language? I have preferred English. So automatically the installation process will be started, and it will be installed. And you can see this will be doing all the package uploading and all the initial steps that all the installation process usually do. And after installation, we can go to the particular path where we have saved. For example, I have saved in C:exam. So go to this install path C:exam. And in order to make your work easy, each and every time when you start your work, you no need to go to this path. We have a control panel, which is the control panel for enabling or activating this web server. So how this control panel will work is, we have the control panel as XAMPP control, you can see here, which is circled here, and inside the C:exam, that is where we install. In that particular part we will be having this XAMPP control panel. So simply you can click it, and or you can make it for a quick reference or easily you can get it. Instead of getting into XAMPP and all, you can make it or pin it into your taskbar by right clicking and make it to pin to taskbar. So that what will happen, like a normal application, this also will be, its icon will be residing in the taskbar, and whenever you want to execute a PHP, click there and go to the control panel. So you like this what the step. So as I told, right click, go to pin to taskbar. So what will happen is, this control panel or this control exam control panel will be switched there in your taskbar, so that whenever we start it, we can easily click the taskbar instead of going into the particular drive. Yes. Now how to start this exam? That is very important, because while you want to execute your PHP files, the first step that we need to do is we have to start our web server. Now you can see where we have installed this web server is in our own system. So our system is going to work as a client and also as a server. So before starting to execute, or you try to execute your output, or to want to see your output as from your PHP code, you have to code will be by the web servers. In this case, we are going to execute through one exam. So what is the first step is, go to the control panel, and you have to make all the modules to be started. That is, the web server should be started. It means that when you click this action, you can see here, when this click this action button, start, it should be in a start position. If you click it again, it will be move on to the stop position. So if you want to start your web server and its functionality to be incorporated in your system, we have to click start. So once you click start, you can see here there are n number of modules here. You can see this button will automatically change to stop. It means that, and you can see the port numbers and other activities here, and it will change the color of this text, that is the module. Apache will be highlighted with green, yellow and different colors, and you can see the list of errors are also listed down. If you have any problems in installation or in the usage of this module, the list will be intimated in red color. If there is such a type of errors is there, it shows that we cannot able to run the PHP code effectively. So this is the thing. So before getting into or started to execute your PHP code, and you have to open the exam control panel, click the start button for whatever the services you want, you can go for it. For example, always this Apache should be started, and if you work with the backend along with the MySQL, this MySQL also module should also be in a started position. So this is the case. You can see the sample, and you can see here, as I told, or whatever the services are in a start position, whether we started or not, this will be indicated with the highlighted text. This Apache will be highlighted as green, which shows that it is successfully running. If there is any problem, this will be shown with the yellow color. And you can parallelly, you can see this list of the thing which is downside of this controls. You can see this is all is in a black color. If there is any red colors, it will say about the errors with the modules. And how to execute it. This part is important. So how to execute it. Now we are going to see how to execute this PHP. So for sample, I have taken one simple program. I am going to simply say hi in a web page. So for that, I need a text editor. What is a text editor? The simple source is Notepad. If you have a Notepad, you can you can open it. If not, you go for the simple Notepad. And we know well all the script starts with the less than symbol, question mark, PHP, followed by the text, which is the instruction inside the PHP code, and this script should be written in a notepad. Once you have typed this thing, you have to save in a particular location. That's very important because this is the web server where our system is now going to act as a server. So what is by default, how it is defined is, whatever the thing you want to execute, that should be reside or saved inside the folder. You can see here XAMPP docs. And you can create your own folder in your name. For example, I have created in my name as a KPM as a folder, and that folder should reside inside htdocs. So you have to choose the files and give a name for your particular PHP file with the extension .php, and this will make you to see all the documents that is related to PHP file inside the same folder. So maintaining the folder is easy for us to quick access. So this, after entering the PHP file name with the extension .php, the very important thing is we have to choose the file type, because if it is a text file, this cannot be known by your server. It cannot able to process it. It will simply show the complete code as a text in your browser. We want to execute it. So what the thing we have to do is we have to save it as .php. And once you have saved this and the location htdocs, you can see here, now we are going to execute this program. So please go for this particular thing with a keen observation, because getting this page through the proper order of execution is very important. When you have created this PHP file, go to a browser and type as simply as localhost. And before that, please check it whether all the services needed to execute your PHP is on, when that is started. And type as localhost, or you can type it as localhost:80. So this will immediately show the dashboard page of the exam, and you can see if we won't need this dashboard page, I want to execute my files which resides in my own folder. So it's like an index. So what we can do is, after this localhost:80, you can put your folder name by having a slash. This is what I have given. That is localhost:80/kpm, which is my own folder. And from that folder, when you go for that, you can see at the top there is a localhost/kpm. So it will show all the list of PHP programs which I put inside the particular folder with the link. You can see the first .php is my first PHP program, and within this PHP KPM folder, only first.php file alone is there, so it is listing it. From this list of programs, you can simply click and you can see the browser. That's what I did here. So when you click this first.php, automatically this will be executed by the server, and the outcome will be displayed in a web server, that is your web browser. So can you see what is the thing I have given inside this first.php? I have simply given hi.